Hey chosen ones, I've got some stuff to tell you that's probably gonna shock you, but it's the truth. If you're watching this video, it's no accident. God's brought you here because something huge is happening in your life. The tables are turning, and now they see how they treated you. You heard me right. The people who doubted you, disrespected you, or took you for granted are now realizing how important you are. You've been through a tough time, but now things are changing, and they're starting to see the truth. This is more than just karma, it's a spiritual awakening. As a chosen one, you've been through the fire, and now you're about to enter a period of growth. But you have to understand how this shift works so you can fully embrace the power of this transformation. Before we dive into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. This sends a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of the video, and if you're truly a chosen one, you'll watch this video all the way through because deep down, your spirit knows that this is for you. Now, let's dive in. You see the cost of how you were treated. There's a moment in every journey where the weight of the past starts to shift, and you realize that you're not the person you used to be. You're a chosen one, chosen by destiny, by the universe, and, most importantly, by your own heart. That it's not about. It's about having that unshakable feeling deep down that you're meant for something great. It's that spark that ignites when you stop asking for permission to shine and start owning your space in this world. When you step into your power, it feels like the very air around you. It's about having that unshakable feeling deep down that you're meant for greatness. It's that spark that ignites when you stop asking for permission to shine and start owning your space in the world. When you step into your power, it feels like the very air around you changes. There's a shift in your energy that people can't ignore. You no longer walk in the shadows of doubt or fear, but in the light of your purpose. It's not about arrogance or superiority, it's about knowing your worth and standing tall in it. The path you walk now is one you've got a lot of resilience, wisdom, and belief in your potential. Your rise was never about what others thought, it was about your own belief in yourself. Now's your moment to embrace that power. You've dealt with challenges, heartbreak, and gotten back up time and time again. Now, as the world watches, you stand strong, unapologetic, and unstoppable. This journey is yours to claim, and no one, not even those who doubted you, can take that away. Betrayal is one of the hardest things to overcome. The people you thought you could trust, the people who had your back, but it turns out they were the ones who hurt you the most. It's not just the pain of what they did, but also the confusion and disbelief that they could treat you that way. But as time goes by, you start to realize that betrayal isn't meant to break you. You realize that betrayal makes you stronger. It's like a fire that makes you stronger. When you overcome betrayal, you understand that it wasn't about you. It was about them. It was about their insecurities, their fears, and their inability to see your worth. You were always destined for more than. It's meant to make you stronger. It's the fire that forges the steel of your strength. When you rise above betrayal, you understand that it was never about you. It was about them. It was about their insecurities, their fears, and their inability to see your worth. You were always destined for more than they could offer, and their treatment of you was just a reflection of their limitations. What they didn't understand is that their mistreatment was the fuel that would propel you to greatness. Every harsh word, every betrayal, every moment of doubt, they all led to the person you are becoming now. They didn't break you. They built you, and now, as you stand tall, you see the cost of their actions. While they were busy tearing you down, they failed to see that your spirit would rise like a phoenix from the ashes. You may have been wounded, but you were never defeated. You came out the other side stronger, wiser, and ready to show the world that no one can take away your power. Pain has a funny way of shaping us into who we are supposed to be. In the darkest moments of our lives, it can feel like the weight of the world is crushing us. The pain of loss, of betrayal, of heartbreak. Sometimes it feels insurmountable, but when we give ourselves the space to heal and reflect, we realize that pain is not our enemy. It's a teacher. It's through our struggles that we uncover our greatest strength. Think about the times you felt broken, lost, or alone. But think about the moments when you got up, wiped away your tears, and kept going. You didn't let the pain define you. You let it make you a better person. You turned every bit of pain into fuel for your journey. You turned your tears into wisdom, your scars into lessons. And that's a really powerful thing to do. So the next time you're going through a rough time, remember this: it's not here to defeat you. It's here to build you. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every setback is a stepping stone that's leading you to something better than you could ever picture. This, when you look back, you'll see that every tear you shed was worth the strength it gave you. There are times in life when everything seems to fall into place, like the universe is conspiring to push you toward your destiny. It's when the right opportunity shows up at the right time, or when you meet the right person who believes in you before you even believe in yourself. This alignment isn't a coincidence, it's a sign that you are on the right path. The universe has a way of rewarding those who are willing to trust the process, even when you've had to deal with a lot of obstacles, setbacks, and challenges, but you've stayed determined to reach your full potential. The universe is responding to the energy you put out there, and to your belief in yourself, even when others couldn't see it. Now, everything you've worked for is coming together in ways you couldn't have predicted. This is just the beginning. With each step, the universe will continue to align, guiding you to even greater heights. Trust that everything is happening for your things are working out for the best. You've got great people around you, plenty of opportunities, and the right circumstances. You're doing great. You're great just the way you are. And now the universe is confirming it. To those who didn't think you were great, the price has been steep. They saw your kindness as weakness, your patience as a flaw, and your quiet confidence as fragility. But they didn't know what you were made of. They didn't see the fire that burned beneath your calm exterior, the resilience that thrived in the face of adversity. And now, as they look on in disbelief, they see the true cost of underestimating you. It's easy to overlook someone who doesn't seek attention or brag about their achievements. But those who are truly destined for greatness don't need to be loud. Their actions speak louder than any words ever could. While they were busy doubting you, you were building your empire brick by brick, step by step. Now that you've reached the heights they never imagined, they have no choice but to acknowledge your power. This isn't about revenge. It's about reclaiming your worth. It's about showing the world, and more importantly, believe in yourself. You can do anything you set your mind to. Your success is the loudest message you can send, and it's one that'll never be forgotten. Doubt can creep into our minds, especially when others make us doubt ourselves. But doubt isn't permanent unless we let it be. Your journey to success wasn't a straight line. It was filled with twists, turns, and moments when you questioned whether you could keep going. But despite the doubt, you chose to keep moving forward. You chose to believe in yourself when no one else did. Reaching a destination is just part of it. It's also about the lessons learned along the way. It's about getting back up after falling, and the setbacks that made you more determined. Your success is built on perseverance, resilience, and the belief that no matter what, you won't be stopped. It wasn't easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. Now, as you stand in the light of your success, you realize that the doubt you once felt was just a stepping stone to something greater. Every struggle, every failure, and every tear led you to. This moment was huge. You didn't just overcome doubt, you transformed it into the fuel that powered your journey to triumph. It's a painful reality when the people closest to us are the ones who doubt our potential. But what they didn't realize is that their disbelief only made you stronger. When they turned their backs or told you that you weren't enough, they underestimated the fire inside you. They didn't see that every doubt they cast was simply another challenge for you to conquer. And now that you've reached the top, they're left with nothing but regret. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about showing yourself that you were always capable of greatness and never needed their validation. Their disbelief made your victory all the sweeter. Now, as you've seen higher than they ever imagined, they're left with the undeniable truth: you were never the problem. Their lack of faith was. When they look at you now, they see the cost of their actions, the opportunity they missed, the person they could have supported but chose to doubt. They'll regret not believing in you, but by then, it will be too late. You've already proven your worth. At some point, the truth hits home. The people who doubted you, mistreated you, or underestimated you are faced with the consequences of their actions. They may have thought that their words or actions wouldn't matter, that you would just fade away or give up. But they didn't account for your resilience and your ability to rise even stronger from every hurt. The awakening happens when they realize just how wrong they were. It's a bitter realization for them. They see you thriving, succeeding, and glowing in ways they could have never imagined. What they failed to recognize was the immense strength you were building beneath the surface. Every rejection, every insult, every time they overlooked your worth only added. It's a wake-up call for them. They see you doing well and thriving, and they can't help but feel a little jealous. They didn't realize how much strength you were building up. Every rejection, every insult, every time they didn't appreciate you, just fueled your fire. Now that you're in a position of power, they have to deal with the fact that they missed their chance to support the greatness they couldn't see before. This awakening isn't about getting revenge. It's about taking back your story. It's about showing them, without saying a word, that their actions were the very thing that made you into who you are today. It's a lesson for them and a reminder to you: never let anyone's doubt make you doubt yourself. Hurt is inevitable. It's a part of life that everyone faces. But the question isn't whether or not you'll experience pain. It's what you do with that pain once it comes. Will you let it defeat you, or will you turn it into something that propels you forward? The choice is yours. You've chosen to turn your pain into motivation to grow. The best part is that every time you've been through tough times, you've used that pain as fuel to power through. You didn't let it hold you back or keep you stuck in a rut. Instead, you used it to push yourself forward. It's like you've got a fire inside you, and every time something bad happens, it makes you want to do better. You push yourself harder, aim higher, and try to be better than yesterday. And now, looking back at all those struggles that seemed impossible, you realize that they made you who you are today. Hurt doesn't have the power to hold you back anymore. It just makes you want to do better, to grow. Your growth is a testament to your strength, and nothing, no amount of pain can take that away from you. There's a moment when you have to make a choice: stay with the people who hold you back or walk away and embrace the person you are becoming. It's never an easy decision, especially when those people have been a part of your life for so long. But deep down, you know that in order, if you want to grow, you've got to let go of the things that aren't serving you. It's time to walk away. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness, it's a declaration of strength. It's the moment you choose yourself over the comfort of familiarity, the moment you step into your own power and refuse to let anyone dim your light. Yes, it's painful to let go, but the truth is, holding on to toxic people or situations that don't make you grow are holding you back. You deserve more, and you're finally ready to start living the life you were always meant to have. As you take that first step away from those who held you back, you'll feel a weight lift off your shoulders. You're no longer carrying the burden of their doubts, their negativity, or their expectations. You are free to live. You can chase your dreams and become the person you were always meant to be. You'll feel more free and empowered than you ever have before. You might have doubted yourself in the past, but now your light is unstoppable. It's so bright that it can even illuminate the darkest corners. You've been through the ringer, but your light's been getting brighter and brighter. Every challenge and every hard time just made your light burn brighter. Now it's time for the world to see you for who you really are, a force to be reckoned with. Your light's not just about success or fame. It's about being real, believing in yourself, and inspiring others with your strength. You've been through the ringer, and now you're living proof that even when the world seems dark, you can always find a way to shine. You're not afraid to let your light shine because you're worried about outshining others. You know you're brilliant, and nothing can dim that. Now that your light is shining brightly, it's impossible to ignore. No one can ignore your light now. It's not just you who see it, even your doubters are starting to notice. Deep down, they know your light is unstoppable and they can't take it away, that you've always been a kind and compassionate person, always giving without expecting anything in return. But some people saw your kindness as. They took advantage of your generosity, your willingness to help, and your forgiving nature. They thought they could use you without consequence, but what they didn't realize is that kindness is a gift, and when exploited, there is always a price to pay. Kindness is a rare and beautiful thing, and it should never be taken for granted. The people who thought they could exploit your generosity, your willingness to help, and your forgiving nature are the ones who are in trouble. They thought they could take advantage of you, but they'll eventually see the consequences of their actions. Your kindness is a strength, not a weakness. Those who took advantage of it will find that they can't rely on others the same way they relied on you. The imbalance will catch up with them, and they'll feel the weight of their actions. You've learned to set boundaries, to protect your energy, and to give your kindness only to those who truly value it. And in doing so, you've protected your heart while still remaining the compassionate person you've always been. The price of exploiting your kindness is steep, and those who took it for granted will soon realize just how high the cost was. Your self-worth is the foundation for everything else in your life. You can't reach your full potential unless you truly believe in your own value. For so long, you may have let others dictate how you see yourself, seeking validation from people who didn't have your best interests at heart. But now, you understand that your worth is the foundation for everything else. You can't reach your full potential until you truly believe in your own value. For so long, you may have let others dictate how you see yourself, seeking validation from people who didn't have your best interests at heart. But now, you understand that your self-worth isn't determined by others. It's determined by you. With that understanding comes the power to set boundaries that protect your energy, peace, and dreams. Boundaries aren't walls, they're protective measures that ensure you're only surrounded by what serves your highest good. They allow you to prioritize your own needs, to say no when necessary, and to safeguard your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. As you've learned to set and enforce these boundaries, you've begun to see just how essential they are to your growth and success. They're the key to unlocking your true potential. With yourself, you've got your worth and boundaries sorted, so you're all set to take off. No one or anything can stop you now. You're free to walk your own path, confident in who you are, and you're not going to let anyone or anything hold you back on your path to greatness. This is your time to shine, and you're going to do it with grace, power, and self. You've got a lot to offer, and it's time to show it. You've been playing the victim role for way too long, letting the hurt, betrayals, and doubts define you. But that's over. You're not their victim anymore. You're the hero of your own story, and you're on the path to your evolution. The person you were before isn't the person you are now, and it's time to fully embrace that transformation. Your evolution is a beautiful thing. It's the result of every lesson learned, every scar earned, and every challenge faced. You've shed the old skin of self-doubt, and pain are no longer part of your life. You've become a stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true purpose version of yourself. No one can hold you back anymore. It's not because you've become perfect, but because you've become whole. As you embrace this evolution, you can look back with gratitude. The struggles, betrayals, and heartaches weren't the end of your story. They were the beginning of your transformation. You are no longer the victim. You are the victor. And the best part? This is just the beginning of your journey. The final realization is one of profound clarity. They can't shine bright. Those who doubted you, mistreated you, or tried to hold you back can't dim the light within you anymore. You've reached a point where their opinions, actions, and doubts don't have any power over you. Your glow is yours, and nothing and no one can take it away. It's not about being untouchable or invincible, it's about knowing your worth and standing in it unapologetically. Your glow is the result of your journey, your resilience, your healing, your growth. It's something that comes from deep within and radiates outward. It's the reflection of your spirit. Your strength and belief in yourself are what make you shine. As you continue to shine, you will inspire others to do the same. Your glow will lead the way for those who need it most. Those who tried to take it from you will be left in the shadows, wondering how they could have ever underestimated the brilliance that was always within you. Here are 10 more compelling headings with 4 long, engaging paragraphs under each, designed to be emotionally resonant and compelling for your audience. Doubt can be paralyzing. It creeps into your mind, clouding your judgment and making you question every decision you make. It's that voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough, not capable enough, and that you don't deserve the success you're working so hard for. But here's the thing, doubt is just a mental prison that can hold you back from your true potential if you let it. But you have the power to break free the moment you realize that. When you realize that doubt isn't your reality, you start to see through its illusions. You stop questioning your every move and start trusting yourself. You remember that every challenge you faced and every obstacle you've overcome has only proven that you are more than capable. You've survived and thrived in ways you never thought possible. Now it's time to stop letting self-doubt hold you back. Doubt can mess with your head, but you can't let it run your life. You've got to stand up for yourself and believe in your own strength. You've got the power to make your dreams come true. You don't need anyone else's validation because you've got what it takes to make it. The world can be uncertain, but your inner strength is a force that gets rid of doubt and you'll be free to create something amazing. When you believe in yourself, you can do anything. You'll take risks, speak your mind, and move forward with confidence. Your journey is your own, and with each step, you'll build a life that shows how strong and self-assured you are. You can't be shaken. When you trust yourself, nothing can hold you back. Once you break free from the chains of doubt, you become unstoppable. You take risks with confidence, speak your truth without fear, and move forward with unwavering clarity. Your journey is yours to shape, and with each step, you will build a life that is a testament to your strength and self-belief. No more doubts, just an unshakable conviction in who you are and what you're capable of. In a world that often pressures us to fit into predefined molds, embracing your uniqueness can feel like an act of rebellion. But the truth is, your individuality is your greatest strength. The very things that make you different are the things that set you apart from the crowd and give you the power to shine. When you learn to embrace who you truly are, you unlock the potential to create something extraordinary. Being different, it's not about being lonely or misunderstood. It's about being yourself, no matter what. Your unique point of view, your quirks, and your true self are what make you special. The world needs what only you can offer. Your originality is what will help you make a lasting impact, in your personal life, your career, or your community. When you start to embrace your uniqueness, you stop worrying about what other people think. You don't try to fit in or change to fit someone else's idea of what you should be. You've got a lot of mold, but you're not letting it hold you back. You're out there showing people what it means to be yourself. You're living your truth, and it's contagious. People are drawn to your authenticity, and they're inspired to do the same. When you own your unique qualities, you become a light for others who might feel out of place. You show them that it's not about fitting in, it's about standing out. Your journey is a beacon, showing others that they too can step into their own power. And you're just as bright as you are. A lot of people see vulnerability as a weakness, but it's actually one of the best sources of strength. When you let yourself be vulnerable, you give yourself the freedom to heal, to grow, and to connect with others on a deeper level. It's when you feel broken that you show your true power. Those wounds, those scars, aren't signs of defeat. They show that you have lived, loved, and learned. Embracing vulnerability is about accepting your imperfections, your flaws, and your past. It's important to understand that your struggles don't define you. They actually make you a stronger person. Every difficult experience you've had is now part of your story and has shaped who you are today. Your vulnerability is a sign of your resilience and your courage to face life's challenges head-on and keep moving forward. As you step into your vulnerability, you'll find a new depth of emotional intelligence. You'll connect with others in ways that are both authentic and healing. You'll have the ability to open up and share when you understand that your struggles don't define you, they actually make you a better person. Every hard thing that's happened to you has made you who you are today. Your vulnerability shows how strong you are. It shows that you're brave enough to deal with life's challenges head-on and keep moving forward. When you're willing to be vulnerable, you'll see that you have a lot more emotional intelligence than you thought. You'll connect with other people in a deeper way that's also really healing. You'll be able to open up and share your experiences with others, and they'll be able to do the same. You'll create an environment where growth, understanding, and empathy can thrive. Your vulnerability won't be a barrier for you, it'll be a bridge. Over time, the wounds that used to feel like weaknesses will turn into wisdom. The lessons you've learned from your toughest moments will be the very tools you use to help others. Your vulnerability is not something to hide, it's something to honor and embrace. Through it, you'll find your strength and power. We often give away our power without even realizing it. When you share your experiences, it gives others the chance to do the same. You create an environment where growth, understanding, and empathy can thrive. Your vulnerability becomes a bridge, not a barrier. Over time, the wounds that once felt like weaknesses will transform into wisdom. The lessons you've learned from your most difficult moments will be the very tools you use to help others. You shouldn't hide your vulnerability, you should honor and embrace it. Through it, you find your strength and power. We give away our power without even realizing it. We give our energy to people who drain us, to situations that hold us back, and to fears that keep us stuck. We sacrifice our peace in the name of approval or obligation. But true empowerment comes from reclaiming that energy, taking back control of where and how you invest your time and resources. When you stop giving your power away, you start to see just how limitless your potential truly is. To reclaim your power, you need to set boundaries, know where to draw the line with others and with yourself. It's about setting boundaries, knowing when you're being taken advantage of, and stepping back to save your energy. It's about saying no without feeling guilty or scared. You don't have to give your time or energy to people who don't value you. When you start taking charge of your life, you also start to take responsibility for it. You stop blaming others for your problems and start to see how your choices shape your reality. Every choice you make becomes an act of self. It's about owning your story, good and bad, and not letting anyone walk all over you. When you take charge of your life, you start to take responsibility for your own happiness. Every choice you make becomes an investment in your growth and well-being. And as you do this, you start to create the life you've always wanted. It's not about being selfish. It's about being self-aware. It's about understanding that to really show up for others, you first need to show up for yourself. Your power lies in protecting your energy, staying true to your values, and never compromising your well-being. Love yourself, invest in your own growth and happiness, and you'll start to manifest the life you've always wanted. Reclaiming your power isn't about being selfish. It's about being self-aware. It's about understanding that to show up for others in a meaningful way, you first need to show up for yourself. Your power lies in your ability to protect your energy, stay true to your values, and never compromise your well-being. Everyone has a story, a narrative shaped by experiences, challenges, and triumphs. But many of us carry shame and guilt for parts of our story we wish we could erase. The truth is, those moments of pain, regret, or embarrassment don't define us. It's time to own your story fully, without shame or guilt, and embrace every chapter as a valuable part of your journey. Owning your story means accepting everything that has happened, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about letting go of the shame and guilt and seeing your experiences as opportunities for growth. You're not defined by your mistakes, but by the lessons you've learned, the strength you've gained, and the person you've become because of them. Every part of your story is a stepping stone toward the life you're living today. When you let go of shame and guilt, you free yourself to move forward, stop holding yourself back from the future you deserve, and start living in the present. The present moment. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means forgiving yourself and realizing that you did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. Owning your story empowers you to live authentically and fearlessly. You no longer need to hide or apologize for who you are. You stand tall in your truth, knowing that your past has only made you stronger and more resilient. Your story is yours, and it's time to own it with pride. In a world that values instant gratification and always being on the go, patience can feel like an outdated skill. But patience isn't just about waiting. It's about trusting the timing of your life. It's understanding that everything happens at the right time, and that the things you want will come to you when you're ready, not too soon, but also not too late. Patience is the art of going with the flow of life without fighting it. Trusting the timing of your life means letting go of the need to control every outcome. It's about having faith that believes that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things aren't moving as fast as you'd like. The waiting period isn't a period of inactivity. It's a time for preparation, growth, and alignment. Being patient lets you refine your vision, adjust your plans, and cultivate the wisdom you need to handle success when it arrives. The magic of patience lies in the growth it nurtures. It teaches you how to embrace uncertainty, stay grounded during times of change, and remain hopeful. Patience teaches us to trust ourselves and the process, because nothing worthwhile comes without time, effort, and perseverance. When you trust the timing of your life, you move through each moment with grace and confidence. You know that everything is unfolding as it should and that the best is yet to come. The waiting is not in vain, it's part of your journey. And when your time arrives, you'll be fully ready to embrace it with open arms. Fear of failure is one of the most paralyzing emotions we face. It holds us back from taking risks, from stepping outside our comfort zones, and from pursuing our dreams. But failure isn't the enemy, it's a stepping stone to success. In fact, every successful person has faced failure. It's not something to fear, but something to embrace as part of the process. Breaking through the fear of failure requires a mindset shift. Instead of seeing failure as a sign of defeat, you begin to see it as a lesson. Fear of failure is one of the most paralyzing emotions we face. It holds us back from taking risks, from stepping outside our comfort zones, and from pursuing our dreams. But failure isn't the enemy, it's a stepping stone to success. Every successful person has faced failure. You shouldn't fear it, you should embrace it as part of the process. To break through the fear of failure, you have to change your mindset. Instead of seeing failure as a sign of defeat, you should see it as a lesson. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every time you fall, you gain insight, experience, and wisdom that brings you one step closer to your goal. The key to breaking through fear is to reframe how you view failure. Instead of focusing on the potential consequences, focus on the lessons you can learn. Ask yourself, what can I gain from this experience? By doing so, you turn every failure into a valuable opportunity for growth. Once you stop fearing failure, you realize that it holds no power over you. You will begin to take bolder steps toward your goals, knowing that failure is just remember that every risk you take is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Don't let fear of failure stop you, because failure is just another word for progress. We're all born with a creative spark. It's in our DNA. We solve problems, express ourselves, and bring new ideas to life. But many people suppress their creativity because they think it's only for artists or geniuses. The truth is, creativity is for everyone. You can use it to navigate life, solve challenges, and manifest your dreams. To unlock your inner creativity, you just have to let go of self. Don't worry about what others might think. When you stop stressing about whether your ideas are good enough, you open yourself up to all the possibilities that creativity offers. It's about giving yourself permission to think outside the box, to explore new ideas, and to trust that your unique perspective has value. Creativity isn't confined to a specific field. It's a way of thinking, a mindset that allows you to approach problems and situations with fresh eyes. Whether you're working on a business idea, planning a trip, or simply trying to solve a personal problem, creativity can help. Issue: being creative helps you see solutions that others may miss. By tapping into your creativity, you unlock the power to transform your life. You start to see opportunities everywhere, and you learn to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and excitement. Your creativity will guide you toward new solutions, new opportunities, and a life that is uniquely yours. Change is one of the few constants in life, yet so many of us resist it. We fear the unknown, cling to the familiar, and hold on tightly to what we think we know. But change is the catalyst. For your own growth, it's the thing that makes us step outside our comfort zones and into the person we're meant to become. Embracing change isn't just something we have to do, it's a gift. We don't grow when we stay in our comfort zone, we grow when we step into the unknown, when we let go of what doesn't work anymore and make space for something new. Embracing change means trusting that the future will be better than what we left behind. It's about going with the flow of life and accepting that every twist and turn is. As you get used to change, you'll see that it's not something to fear, but something to welcome. Change brings new opportunities, new perspectives, and new experiences. It lets you get rid of the old and make room for the new. Each change, no matter how challenging, is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. When you embrace change, you're no longer afraid of the unknown. You trust in the process and have faith that the universe is guiding you towards something greater. Change is the path to personal transformation.